My name's Hannah, and I'm super happy to say that I'm now a junior at UC Berkeley. I did the first 2 years at community college, and I didn't even start college until I was 26. So I'm a non-traditional re-entry transfer student. I know firsthand that working towards a four-year degree from community college can be a really frustrating and intimidating and lonely experience. When I was going through the process the last few years at community college, I watched every video on YouTube that had anything to do with the subject, and they really made me feel better and made me feel like it was possible and that if I just stuck to my plan that I could achieve what I was looking to achieve. I want to share my experience of transferring and just any information that I've learned along the way to hopefully make it easier for anybody else who's trying to do something similar, or anyone who feels intimidated by higher education, or anyone that's really on a path that maybe not everyone around you is also doing the same thing. Also, sometimes I know that there's a negative stigma attached to going to community college, and I really just want to do whatever I can to dispel that negative stigma, because if it wasn't for community college, I wouldn't be at Berkeley right now, and it can be such a great tool if you utilize it. And I think that if there's anything that we can do to help each other and to spread a more positive image about it, I'm all for that. So my transfer story starts back in 2009 when I graduated high school, so that was actually 10 years ago. And my junior and senior year of high school, I wasn't really interested in going to college. Basically, as soon as I graduated, I just moved to Los Angeles with not a whole lot of money and absolutely no connections and nothing like that. So I just really started my life right away. I wanted to jump right into the real world. I signed up for a few classes at Santa Monica College, but I wasn't really focused on them. I was way too busy exploring my new city and meeting people and working like crazy to be able to afford to live in Los Angeles. So the few classes I was taking at Santa Monica College weren't really getting very much attention. I got a couple A's and B's, but I also got some C's and D's, and I definitely got one F in jewelry making. And I don't remember exactly what happened. Like, I was trying to rack my brain to remember what the situation was. But basically, I was 18 years old. I was very rebellious. The teacher said something I did not like, and I stood up and walked out of the class and got an F. So I'm sorry, I have no explanation other than that. I was 18 and ridiculous. So I ended up getting very caught up in my life, having a blast in Los Angeles and doing a bunch of different jobs, meeting a ton of people and having so much fun. And I just didn't take any more classes for a while. So fast forward to being 26, and that's when I decided, you know what, I'm settled, I really do want to go to school. So I started taking a couple classes at LAVC in the Valley, and I started with just online classes because I was also working full time, and they went really well. And this time around, I was more motivated to go to school, and I was having a good time in class because I had already been working. Like, when you go back and you're a little bit older, school kind of feels like a game. So it was kind of fun to go to class, and I really enjoyed them. So I started taking online classes, and I started taking some classes on the campus at LAVC. So I decided to commit to a plan to take school seriously, and I decided that I wanted to transfer to a four-year university. And I had been on UCLA campus before, and I thought it was beautiful, so I decided to set my sights on UCLA. I took more classes at Los Angeles Valley College, and then I also even took one class on campus at UCLA through UCLA Extension. I'm going to make an entire other video full of specific tips and steps to help make transferring way easier, but I do want to share one piece of paper that really helped me stay motivated. So once I decided that I knew I wanted to go to a UC school, I looked up the requirements online and I learned about the IGETC. And the IGETC is basically a roadmap of what kinds of courses you're going to need to transfer and what courses will transfer for credit. And it also explains that you're going to need at least 60 credits to transfer. So I drew up this very special one piece of paper and I posted it on my wall. And you can see the top of it says UCLA because that was my original goal. And basically I took a piece of paper and divided it into 60 boxes because I knew I needed 60 credits. And every time I would finish a semester, I would come in and fill in the classes and color them in so I could see my progress. So I would just color in how many, like this class is worth 3, so it's just 3 boxes. This class is worth 5, so it's 5. And so I just colored in, write the name of the class, and write the grade that I got. And it was this really helped motivate me because I was working full time. I was making sacrifices for my social life. I was making sacrifices in a lot of places. And it's hard to stay motivated because it takes a while to accumulate all these credits. And it's hard because you're the only one motivating yourself, you know? So for me to be able to see, not only I could see at any moment, I could see how far I'd already come, I could see the work I already did, and it made me want to keep going, like, okay, I'm almost there, I'm getting closer. And like filling in these last ones felt amazing. And then I ended up having to draw in extra credits at the bottom because I ended up taking more classes than I even needed, which in the very beginning I would have never imagined would have even happened. And it's like I said, doing community college to transfer can be a kind of lonely experience because you have to keep yourself motivated and you have to keep yourself on this path, and it's easy to quit and it's hard to keep going, but it's going to be worth it if you just stay on the path. So sometimes you have to do cheesy things like, color in boxes, and if that's what helps, color in boxes. Like, coloring boxes got me to Berkeley. This piece of paper, it's silly, but seriously, I don't think I'd be here without it. For me, most of my friends had either already gone to college a really long time ago or they had no intention of going to school, so I was really the only person that I knew that was on this path. And yeah, sometimes I felt embarrassed to say that I was going to community college and that I had plans to transfer, or that's what I was trying to do. And I had a lot of people that really supported me, but I also could see sometimes when I would tell people that I was intending to transfer to a UC school, they'd be like, oh, that's nice. And I could just see that they didn't really believe that it was going to happen. And so that's why I think it's important to do things to help you stay motivated, like this piece of paper that maybe they couldn't see it yet, but I could see where I was headed and I could see the progress being made, and that really helped me stay on track. So on this piece of paper, I have all of my classes from LAVC, UCLA Extension, and even the ones from Santa Monica College from like 10 years ago. Actually, I could still use them. And I was able to do academic renewal policy, which got rid of those less than impressive grades, so that way I wouldn't be held back by my weird situation with jewelry making. That didn't stop me at all, and it didn't hurt my GPA. I applied to 4 schools, and they were all in the UC system, so it's one application, and you just select which schools you'd like to send your application to. And my first choice was UCLA, and then I also chose Irvine and Riverside as safety schools. And then for some reason, when I was filling out my application, I just suddenly felt like maybe 3 schools wasn't enough to apply to. So I was looking at the options and I thought, you know what, I don't think I'll get into Berkeley, but let me just select it as my reach school. And I won't get in, but that'll make me feel better applying to 4 schools instead of 3. I don't know, that's just how I felt. I don't know why I thought 4 would be better than 3, but I'm so freaking happy that I decided to do that, because that random decision completely changed my life for the better, and I'm so thankful that I clicked that box. And so I ended up getting accepted to Berkeley, Irvine, and Riverside, and then I got waitlisted and then eventually rejected from UCLA, which was super confusing because this is just not how I thought it was going to play out at all. And also I had looked at, there's this really cool website where you can look at all of the acceptances by transfer for any community college, for any UC school, and it's really some interesting data. And my major was way more competitive at Berkeley than it was at UCLA, so I just felt like the odds of me getting in at UCLA were much better than at Berkeley, but I don't know, here I am. The idea of coming to Berkeley was really insane to me because I had never even been to Berkeley. I hadn't really spent any time up in the Bay Area, and my whole life was in Los Angeles, so I was just confused. I was so happy and shocked and amazed that I got into Berkeley, but it was just not what I was expecting was going to happen, especially to get into Berkeley and not get into UCLA. It kind of flipped everything on its head for me for a couple weeks. I was really happy but really confused. So I came up to the Bay Area to check out the campus and walk around and see if this felt like a good fit to me. And as soon as I got on the campus, I just absolutely fell in love. And I knew that this was the right place for me. And I was so thankful and happy that this is the way things worked out, because I loved it so much immediately. And I had been on the UCLA campus and I loved it there, and I would have been really happy to have gone there, but to me, this is just the universe made this happen, because I am so happy to be here, and I'm beyond grateful and beyond thankful. So now I'm at Cal and I'm loving it. I just finished my first 4 weeks of classes, and they have been so interesting and challenging and engaging, and it's just really been the best, and I'm so thankful to be here. And I know I wouldn't be here if I hadn't gone to community college, and I wouldn't be here without Los Angeles Valley College and Santa Monica College and UCLA Extension. And I just really want to share that if you are in a community college right now, or you're considering going to community college, or you're considering going back to school and you're a little bit older, you can do it, and you can end up somewhere that you might have never even imagined. So please keep working and please keep chugging along. And I know that nobody is patting you on the back, so pat yourself on the back, because you're doing a really good job, and it's hard and it's lonely and it's frustrating, but you can do it, and there's so much cool stuff on the other side. I'm so thankful to be here. I walk around campus all the time just smiling, because I'm so happy to be here, and I can't believe that I was able to come to a place like this from Los Angeles Valley College. So if I can do it, you can totally do it. And I know that sometimes it can feel like you're never going to get there and there's just so much standing between you and those dream schools, but you can do it, and community college is such a good way to make that happen, because I wouldn't be at Berkeley today if it wasn't for Los Angeles Valley College. I know that because that's what helped get me here today, and the skills that I learned there and the self-discipline that I learned there and the way that I challenged myself there is what got me here. Trust me, you can do it. So if there's anything that you think I can help with or anything specific you want to know, please do leave a comment and I will absolutely get back to you. I really want to help other people that are in a similar situation. I care so much about it. And yeah, please subscribe because I have a lot of cool stuff coming. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got some information or you found something encouraging here. And good luck on your educational journey.